Hi, my name is Sam. Welcome back to Cyber and Secure, and today I'm going to be teaching you about MFA. So what is MFA? MFA stands for multi-factor authentication, and it is a way to ensure that a user has two ways to verify themselves onto an account or a machine. There are several different types of MFA. The first being something you know. This is the password and credentials that we use to typically log into accounts. The next is something that you are, which is biometrics. This could be a fingerprint or an iris scanner. The third is something you have. This is typically a mobile device. There's two others that aren't commonly used. This is somewhere you are, such as a geolocation using GPS, and something you do. This is just typically an attribute, the way someone walks or types or writes, but these are not as common as the first three. So to log into an account, you'll typically have credentials. This will be a username and password, which is something you know. After you've logged in with your credentials, you'll be prompted for a code, either sent to you by a text or an authentication app. And this code will be used as well as a password to ensure that the user is in fact who they say they are, because they have the mobile device registered, as well as the login credentials. So why use MFA? It's not as convenient as just logging in with a username and password. That's far more easy and more convenient for everyone. However, passwords suck. You may have a hard to guess password or there's a long complex password, but if you reuse that password elsewhere and that password gets breached or leaked due to a cyber incident or a hack, then unfortunately all your other accounts tied to that password are now in jeopardy. So using multi-factor authentication is a way to ensure that your passwords, if they do become leaked, breached or guessed, your accounts are still secure because the hacker now needs a mobile device to access that account. Around 81% of all security breaches are due to stolen or weak passwords, and also according to LastPass that 61% of people reuse the same password for all different accounts. If you're one of those people that reuse passwords or know that they have weak passwords, definitely be using MFA where possible. Start reusing passwords everywhere, because once one gets leaked, they all get leaked and your accounts will now become vulnerable. However, thanks to MFA, according to Microsoft, MFA can block around 99% of all compromised accounts, meaning that if an account does get breached or a password does get leaked from elsewhere, as the account has MFA enabled and will have a secondary device tied to it, the attacker will not be able to get onto the account. So when to use MFA? Everywhere available. If any account is asking you to set up MFA, especially accounts that have a lot of personal information, anything that holds sensitive information or any information about you really, enable MFA. After you've enabled MFA in your accounts and you're feeling confident and secure with your new security on those accounts, just a few closing tips here. One is no one is ever going to ask for the authentication codes provided to you, so never give it out, never text it. If you get an email or a text or someone calling you asking for that code because they need it, they don't. It's definitely going to be a scam or a hacker trying to manipulate you into giving them the code. So if you ever get a text or a phone call, never give it out. No one is ever going to text you saying, hey, this is Sam from Nord. Just need to verify the authentication code given to you. If you could provide that to me. It's not going to be Nord, it's going to be the hacker trying to manipulate you into giving them the code. So keep that secure, keep that more secure than your passwords. Make sure that you don't give that out or allow access to it. So another closing tip for make sure you're using the best means of authentication. If you choose between a text message or an authentication code through an app, always choose the authentication code. It's far more secure than a text, as there's more ways to intercept the text. Third is use a password manager on all accounts and make sure that all passwords are different on each account. That way, if one does get leaked, you'll only go in and change that one, or that one account is only going to be compromised and all your other ones are still secure. My final tip, my final closing point, the most important one by far, is enable MFA. That's all you got to do. Just enable MFA, use the authentication app, and make sure you are remaining hard to hack. Thanks for watching. My name is Sam, and this is Cyber and Secure.